Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a great day. I'm Jacob, and in this video, I'm going to share my dividend income for the month of April in 2023. And if you're new here, this is a video that I do every single month. I like to share my dividend income, see how it's growing in my investment portfolio, in hopes that it can inspire others to start their own investing journey as well. For me, it's just super rewarding to see these dividends come in month after month, as they ultimately contribute to passive income and overall just the financial freedom. And although very small right now, I think in the future these are going to start to snowball, and it'll be really cool to just look back and see the entire journey. So with that said, the portfolio right now, it's valued just shy of $30,000. Overall, it had a gain of $5,700, which is a return of roughly 37%. Now, if we look at the last month, we are slightly in the green with a gain of about $580 or a return of 2%. And just checking out my pies here in the M1 Finance portfolio, nothing really stands out so far this month. A lot of these pies that I've made are sort of sitting in the 2 to 3% range. The one that stands out the most probably would be telecom, which I just have AT&T in there right now, but that's down over 12% on the month. But that's one that I haven't done anything with for a really long time now. If we look in tech, I think Microsoft had a pretty good month, up over 9%. Asana had a pretty bad month, so that kind of cancels that out, which is why diversification is so important in a portfolio, because when you have one stock like Asana perform so poorly, you have other stocks that help lift it up a little bit. So diversification, incredibly important. But overall in the portfolio, nothing too crazy this month. Overall in the market, you are still seeing some of the bank failures that we saw back in March, which of course really started with the Silicon Valley banking crisis. Then you had Signature Bank closed down, and now this month, First Republic Bank, that had major issues, and that was actually acquired by JP Morgan. So you're really seeing these massive banks acquire other banks and just become more massive. So it's quite interesting in that aspect. And then you are still seeing some more regional banks have their issues. I think there was a big list like PacWest, Metropolitan Bank, some of those, their stock prices sank really heavily. And, you know, it's hard for me to say. A lot of people think that this First Republic Bank was sort of the end of the banking crisis that you saw in early March. And from my perspective, I don't necessarily think it's over. I think if the Fed continues to raise rates, which they just did, by the way, by 0.25%, I still think you're going to see more things break if they continue to raise rates. So that's sort of where we are this month and some events that happened. Now let's pop into the dividends and see what we got. All right, well, it started off with Nike at 88 cents. Then $3.74 came in from Coca-Cola, which is definitely more of a dividend stock as opposed to a growth stock, but one that has been fairly solid for me nonetheless. Genuine Parts Company paid $7.65. Always love seeing that one come in. Then next is Vici Properties with $9.50. And why I like this holding in particular is because they are a REIT, so a real estate company, but the properties that they own are gaming properties, especially a lot of properties on the Las Vegas Strip. And to me, that's a very unique area of real estate. You know, when I think of Vegas, I think people go there regardless. People love to gamble, and just a good way to diversify yourself if you have other types of REITs. Just like this next one here, this is Realty Income Corp. They paid $6.07. This is a monthly paying stock, and if you follow other YouTubers who show their portfolio as well, they're most likely going to be invested in Realty Income Corp. It just seems like it's the king of REITs. And then after that is DTE Energy, and they paid $2.73. They actually broke it up twice here, so one here for 82 cents, and then another one up here for $1.91. And most utility companies are very conservative. What you'll find is that most of these are very low growth, but pay out very stable dividends, very similar to something like Coca-Cola. But then after DTE, we got $2.65 from Stag Industrial, which is another monthly paying REIT, very similar to Realty Income Corp, but with more of a focus on industrial properties. And then we move into SPHD, which is an ETF comprised of low volatility companies that tend to pay a higher dividend yield on the S&P 500. And with this one, they paid me $7.45. And then for April, we're going to round everything off with Cisco. This is the food distribution company, not the technology company, but they paid $3.83. So when we add everything up, the total for this month comes to $44.50. And comparing that to last year, we're up roughly $11. And compared to last quarter, we're up roughly $2. I admittedly haven't been adding as much money as I would like to this portfolio. I actually bought a house recently, and I'm also getting married this year. So there's some bills I have to pay, some deposits I have to pay as well. So I had to cut back a little bit in this investment portfolio. But I think after I get married, things will start to look a little better here. And if you are interested in this Excel template right now, if you want to input your own numbers, feel free to do so. I'll leave a link in the description below. You can just copy over this Google Sheet to your own drive and use it as you wish. So that is going to wrap up the video, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to check it out. It really does mean a lot to me. Let me know in the comments how much you made in dividends in the month of April. And if you did enjoy this video, I would encourage you to drop a like. And if you want more content from me, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Thanks a lot, and I'll catch you in the next one.